Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone and welcome. This is Ashima, and in this video we'll be talking about everyday news events and current affairs. All the important points which are associated with the news events are going to be discussed over here, and we'll be talking about them in a manner that it is going to be beneficial for all exam aspirants. Now, for those who are looking for practice questions or quizzes, for them we have everyday live free quiz on current affairs for keeping you updated on daily basis. For that, you can download Entry app for which the link is provided in the description section below and the comment section below. So download that app, and there you can get free live current affairs quiz every day. Very short quiz, hardly 15-minute quiz, and that is going to help you boost your scores. And that's going to be a good quality score. So do check that app out as well. Now, beginning with the discussion of our news events, let's begin with the first news event related to Reserve Bank of India, which has announced that limits on foreign portfolio investors or FPI investment in government securities for current fiscal year and state development loans will be unchanged. So you can say that for government securities in current fiscal year and development loans are at 6% and 2% respectively of outstanding stocks of securities for 2021-2022. Now, apart from this, the allocation of incremental changes in government securities limit over the categories of general and long term, they are going to be retained at 50-50 currently. Overall increase in limits of SDLs will be added in general subcategory, and as of 31st of March 2021, the current FPI limit in government securities, government long term, SDL general, SDL long term, corporate bonds, all of them accounted to 9,54,280 crore rupees, and the debt instruments from April 2021 to September 2021. According to that, revised FPI limit investment limit was at 10 lakh 14,000 crore approximately. Then we have Justice A.K. Mishra, who has been appointed as chairperson of National Human Rights Commission. So recent appointment takes into consideration of Justice A.K. Mishra, and HRC is headquartered in New Delhi currently. Then we have Justice Vikramjit Sen. He has been appointed as a chairperson of Digital Media Content Regulatory Council (DMRC) by Indian Broadcasting Foundation (IBF), and he has also been appointed on DMRC by IBF. That's right. Then Dr. Patrick Amath. He has been appointed as chairman of WHO Executive Board. So he will be acting as director of health. He is the current acting director Health Ministry of Kenya, director at Health Ministry of Kenya, and has been appointed as chairman of WHO Executive Board recently. Then we have Isaac Herzog. Isaac Herzog has been appointed as the president of Israel, and he's going to replace Reuven Rivlin recently. Now, when we talk about capital of Israel, that is Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the current capital of Israel, and currency is Israeli shekel. Public sector banks will be granting unsecured personal loans from 25,000 to 5 lakh to the salaried, non-salaried and pensioners of COVID-19 treatment. And these are for this SBI has already announced the interest rate also, as you all must be aware about that. We have already discussed about the various loans that have been launched, and these loans have been launched by Indian Banks Association (IBA) and SBI collectively. Apart from that, SBI has announced that the loan repayment tenure is going to be for a duration of 5 years, and the interest is going to be at 8.5%. Then we have TCS, which has opened its first European Innovation Center in Amsterdam, Netherlands. It is going to be using digital technology to solve sustainability challenges. Union Minister of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Narendra Singh Tomarji has launched Horticulture Cluster Development Program CDP. Horticulture Cluster Development Program will be implemented by National Horticulture Board of Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. When we talk more about this, carrying on, CSIR National Chemistry Laboratory, CSIR NCL Pune, has launched a new technology called Swastik. Swastik technology will be using natural oils to disinfect water, and it will be launched because there are various waterborne diseases that are currently a burden on India. So this technology will be developed which boils liquid as a result of the pressure reduction cavitation, and then it helps reduce the waterborne chemicals or diseases. It will be helpful in eliminating harmful bacteria, antibiotic resistant strains, and it is going to be very economical. So right now we have all the fungal infections going on and various waterborne infections going on. All of them can be sorted out using this technology. And this technology has been developed under or in the backdrop of National Jal Jeevan Mission. Then we have largest warship of Iranian navy, which has caught fire and sank in Gulf of Oman recently. The naval warship we are talking about is Kharg, which used to resupply other shops in fleet and conduct training exercises. And it had sank near Jask recently. So after whom was this Kharg named? Kharg was named after the island Kharg, which is a modified OI class fleet replenishment oiler of Islamic Republic of Iranian Navy, which was launched in 1977. Then we have on the occasion of 100th anniversary of Chinese Communist Party 2021, China is promoting red tourism, which means it is encouraging people to visit places that have historical and cultural importance for the Communist Party. The red tourism is those places which are important for Chinese Communist Party. So, just like we have Nanhu Lake, which is the first National Congress of Chinese, was held in 1921. Then the birthplace of Shao Shan was Mao's Dong. That is a huge footfall. That is also a part of it. So huge revenues are going to be generated using this red tourism. First of its kind real time online map has been launched by a team of 15 doctors and 12 professionals from diaspora in US and India, which shows available hospital beds in India with real time updates. So the this map is was launched with the aim of providing critical and time sensitive information. And Madad Maps, as the name is, Madad Maps was created with the mission that proper education and training of local healthcare workers and registered medical practitioners, and knowing where to find them. Then we have Dr. K.P. Krishnan Committee, which was formed on Variable Capital Company. It has submitted its report to International Financial Service Center Authority IFSCA regarding the feasibility of variable capital companies in international financial service centers of India. This committee has submitted a report recently, and the setup we have already seen. The reason for the setup, it has assessed the features of VCC, its equivalents, VCC being variable capital company, and it has recommended to adopt VCC like legal structure to conduct the funding management activity in all the IFSCs. Uttarakhand Chief Minister Tirath Singh Rawat, he has inaugurated 500-bed hospital which was set up by DRDO for COVID-19 patients, and that was set up in Haldwani recently. Gujarat Cooperative Milk Marketing Federation Limited, Amul, MD Dr. R.S. Sodhi has been elected to board of International Dairy Federation recently. BRICS foreign ministers support the issue of TRIPS waiver for COVID-19 vaccine. Now, TRIPS waiver was something which was being proposed by India from a long time. TRIPS waiver being that there should not be any IP which should be applicable on it. So that has been supported by India for a long time now, and now BRICS nations are all the BRICS foreign ministers in the recent BRICS meeting have supported it as well. The meeting was held on 1st of June recently. Then Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan has launched revamped health schemes and has digitized the versions of flagship health schemes. Schemes were launched on IT platform of National Health Authority recently. Then, if we talk about all the schemes, what is the reason why they have been made on the platform is because they are all being turned to paperless, cashless, and citizen centric. These are three prospects on which this is working right now. Then we have a Covaxin trial. So Covaxin trial by Bharat Biotech has started for the children who are below 18 years of age, and the trials were started in AIIMS Patna recently. United Nations Children Fund or UNICEF has signed an agreement with vaccine manufacturer Moderna to supply their international vaccination efforts, boosting the fight against COVID 19 for its platform COVAX. Then American Space Agency NASA has announced its two new robotic missions, which are Da Vinci Plus and Vertias, to Venus, and both these missions are to Venus to examine the atmosphere and geological features of the planet. So Venus mission has been started by NASA recently, and Artemis mission is already going on for the moon purpose. Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomarji has launched mini kit program for distributing high yielding variety seeds of oil seeds and pulses to farmers. So for farmers, we are working towards giving them high quality seeds so that the production is increased. We become self dependent in all of them. So under the program, mini kits are being provided by NAFED. NAFED is providing these mini kits, and National Seeds Corporation and Gujarat Seeds Corporation. These are three organizations which are involved in this, and the funding is completely by National Food Security Mission. Under National Food Security Mission, these seeds are being provided or supplied. ICMR has approved a second home-based rapid antigen test kit, which is by the name PanBio COVID-19. This test kit was developed by Abbott Rapid Diagnostics Division, which is in Chicago. Then further, we have a Prime Minister of Japan, Yoshihide Suga. He has pledged an additional 800 million US dollars to COVAX facility recently. COVAX facility is the one which is providing faster distribution of coronavirus vaccines across the world, especially in the countries which are economically low. So announcement was made during the online vaccine summit, which was co-hosted by Japan and Gavi Vaccine Alliance. Now, to remember, Gavi is a very important part in the COVAX program which is being run. With this, we'll be winding up the segment. Thank you so much. I hope this session has been helpful. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, do download Entry app for everyday updates, and we'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye, take care, and have a wonderful day ahead.